Brandon Hoffman steps out onto the mat, the Fort Morgan Mustang senior with a 30-3 record. His opponent in the championship match is Garrett Adams from Discovery Canyon. Adams 31-2. Looking at the on-the-mat rankings, Hoffman comes in number 2 in the state. Adams number 4 in the state. However, by virtue of Adams' higher record, Adams gets the higher seed, came in as on the top of the bracket, and Hoffman came through from the bottom of the bracket. But they are meeting here in the regional championship match. And we're underway in the 160-pound championship match. Two wrestlers, forehead to forehead. They're working circles over in front of the scorer's table, make their way out of bounds, and they'll come back into the center. Just 17 seconds gone here in the first period of this one. Two seniors out there on the mat. Often looking for another regional title here. They continue forehead to forehead, and Adams on the scruff of the neck for Hoffman. Each wrestler looking for wrist control. Trying to find good position for a takedown. Here's the shot by Adams. And Hoffman sprawls back out in front of the scorer's table. They'll slip out of bounds. 1:09 to go in the first period. Conclusion of this match, we'll head back and get that final wrap-up, get through the rest of those matches in 3A, and then we'll have Sterling's Luke Engelhoff wrestling in a championship match at 171. These two wrestlers on their feet. 160-pound championship match. Nice single leg by Brandon Hoffman. He gets two. Latches onto an ankle, and he is able to sneak by for the 2-point takedown. Brandon Hoffman gets the first 2 points of this match. Back into the base position now. Hoffman riding from the left side. Can't see across the body. I think he's working to get control of the left wrist. Now 6.5 Nelson on the far side around the right side. Gives up on that. Looks like Hoffman is trying to get that arm barred up. He may have it around the left side. Two pretty strong wrestlers out there. Adams' left wrist is pinned up against his back, but Hoffman can't get anywhere with it, and the first period comes to a close. So at the end of the first period, Brandon Hoffman leads by a score of 2-0. Hoffman defers the choice off. And so Brandon Hoffman will ride to start out this second period. Gives up the quick escape, makes the score 2-1. Wrestlers are on their feet. If Hoffman can earn another takedown here. Weak shot attempt by Adams. Just put some pressure on. They slip out of bounds. They race back to the center, and they'll try it again. 1:37 to go in the second period. Brandon Hoffman leading in this championship match by a score of 2-1. Jacob Gherkin, a close match, but a tough loss. Brandon Hoffman trying to become Fort Morgan's only regional champion here tonight. Sterling Tigers will have two chances at it a little bit later. These two wrestlers remain on their feet. Hoffman trying to sneak by. He sits out on the side, latched onto a leg, but they're right near the edge of the mat. And Hoffman does get the takedown right on the edge with 1 minute to go in the second period. So Brandon Hoffman takes the lead in the match, 4-1 now. Checking for blood. Looks like we do have a little bit of blood. They'll get Brandon Hoffman worked on. Take care of. Looks like the blood is somewhere on Brandon Hoffman, so they're getting wiped off of him. I'll tell you about another couple of our sponsors quickly. Northern Colorado Title. Stop by and see Tim Weimer for all your title needs at Northern Colorado Title. and County Express. County Express provides a demand response transit system in Northeast Colorado. Visit necalg.com. That's necalg.com. Good luck from County Express. And when it comes to your taxes, trust the only largest non-franchise tax preparer in Northeast Colorado, Larry French Accounting, 111 East Railroad in Fort Morgan. Proudly supporting all area wrestlers. Still getting Brandon Hoffman cleaned off. His opponent, Garrett Adams from Discovery Canyon, was wandering around waiting, and now we're ready to go. Brandon Hoffman will ride with 57 seconds left in the second period, leading by a score of 4-1. He cuts loose Adams. So they're on their feet. Brandon Hoffman leads by a score of 4-2. The wrestlers work on their feet. Adams has Hoffman by the back of the neck. Each looking for control of the wrist. Adams in on another shot. Front headlock put on by Brandon Hoffman, and they'll slip out of bounds. 30 seconds left in the second period. Hoffman leads at 4-2. Adams trying to reach for a single leg. Hoffman won't give it to him. Hoffman trying to get control of the wrist and maybe shut by Adams, but he's too strong to go anywhere. Adams takes a shot right on the edge of the mat. Big sprawl by Brandon Hoffman. He tries to spin around back in bounds, but can't do it. They'll go out with just over 5 seconds left here in the second period. No shot by Adams. Big hard crossface. This one, time will run out. Adams, good time to take that shot. Couldn't complete the takedown on Brandon Hoffman, though. So we'll go to the final 2 minutes of this one. Brandon Hoffman leading. 4-2 is the score. The Fort Morgan senior looking for another regional title here. 30-3 coming into the tournament. Here's a Hoffman up onto his feet, and they'll go out of bounds. Come back to the center. Now we've got more blood. Mustang coaches race over to get the blood cleaned off Brandon Hoffman. 1 minute, 49 seconds left in this match. Brandon Hoffman leading by a score of 4-2. Been able to get 2 takedowns, has given up 2 escapes, however. He's cleaned off and ready to go. And Adams has decided to give up the 3 escapes, so it'll be 5-2 now for Brandon Hoffman. Hoffman up by 3. Adams thinking his chances are better if he can try and take down Hoffman. Not a lot of people have been able to accomplish that this year against the Fort Morgan senior. Two wrestlers on their feet. Forehead to forehead, each around the other's neck. Adams takes a shot. Hoffman pressures him away, and they go out of bounds. 1 minute, 22 seconds left in the match. Adams with another shot, and Hoffman will keep him away. They're back to their feet. Hoffman being pretty quiet here in this third period. Has not received a caution for stalling at all yet. Down to a minute to go in the match. There's the caution for stalling against Hoffman. And now he immediately turns it into a takedown. He'll get the takedown and go up by a score of 7-2. So Brandon Hoffman up by 5 with 47 seconds left on the clock. Hoffman riding, not doing a whole lot. Does have Adams down on a hip. Now we'll get a potentially dangerous call, and they'll reset. Come back to the center. 29 seconds left in the match. Brandon Hoffman is up by a score of 7-2. Hoffman will climb on the left side. Adams up onto his feet, and Hoffman cuts him loose. It's 7-3. 4-point lead for Fort Morgan's Brandon Hoffman. He takes a shot, and Adams shucks him by. They're back onto their feet. 15 seconds left in the match for Brandon Hoffman. Hoffman tries a weak shot, and they'll slip out of bounds again. 11 seconds left in the match. Brandon Hoffman is up. 10 seconds away from becoming a regional champion again. Reach for a single leg by Adams. Hoffman will keep him away, trying to spin around to the side. He had a hold of the ankle, but that's the match. 7-3 will be the final score. And Brandon Hoffman, a regional champion, as he moves on to the state tournament.